Yo, this your boy Nitty. We straight coming live, rolling on the bus. I'm with Fly Ty, straight out of Cleveland.
What up? What up?
We got verses, we got big shit we got going on. I got 3 guests sliding through today, and we gonna get right into it. You know, holla at me what you got going on type shit, you know. Where you coming from with it, you know, like. I see you stumping in the city last night. You know, you at Take Two, you know what I'm saying?
For
You
sure.
at the dollhouse, you know what I'm saying? You moving and grooving, energy there, you know. The verse is what, tomorrow?
Tomorrow, yeah.
Tomorrow?
Yep.
You know?
Tell us about that. Like, how
Um, so pretty much Ray, you know, like Big Bruh tapped in with me, was like, you know, we need to try to do something for the city that, you know, gonna kind of bring the city together, like in a mass, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, they came up with the lineup, they brought it across the desk, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, you know, Aki the bro, you feel me? He doing pretty good. And I was just more so or less looking at the bigger picture with it, you know what I'm saying? Like, of course I want to stump him, you feel me? Because that's, you know, that's just a competitive nature. But in the realism of it, like, niggas just want to see, like, you know what I'm saying, the city come out for real.
But what's the energy there? How is y'all making that happen in the city? Because you don't really see that in a lot of city where 3 artists just linking up straight out of love and y'all just rocking out. You know, y'all hitting the road and y'all really putting boots on the ground with
For
the
sure.
shit. Like, y'all not half-assing with the craft. You get what I'm saying? So, like, what's the history behind that? What's the background? Like, do you know them? Like, you know, what's up?
So like in this situation specifically, like you know, Preem and Aki, you know, them two of the guys who we on the road with right now, like them like brothers to me, you feel me? Like I actually played high school basketball with Aki for 2 years at East High before I went to Glenville. And Preem, we from the same neighborhood, you feel me? So
Okay.
pretty much it was just 3 niggas with the bigger picture, like shit. Let's
They
just
all
put
seeing
this
a
shit
vision.
together in March. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like we all got our own, you know, audience of people who pay attention to what we do. But shit, if we all stump together now, you know, we start to kind of create that narrative like shit, niggas rocking. And it's easier for people to embrace that way too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just being a consumer, it's like, you feel me? Imagine having to pick between 2 artists you like, you know what I mean? But in this type of situation, we do it in a way where you don't got to pick, like we all here at the same time, you know what I'm saying? You just kind of rock with us all, you feel me?
So let me ask you something. So if you go to your IG, your first post, boom, it said, you know, after a year off, you know, boom, boom, boom. Why was there a year off? Like, you know, it's a lot that goes into this shit, and it's hard to stay consistent with this shit.
For sure.
You feel me? So it's like, was there any personal reason with that, or was it just to get your mind right, to find your sound, to really polish up the craft? How that?
Probably to me, it was like a little bit of both, you know what I'm saying? Like, I felt like the craft was there, you know what I'm saying? But I just didn't like really have a blueprint. I was kind of like freelancing with music for a long time, just kind of putting it out, running on a treadmill, you know what I'm saying? So that over that year, I kind of took the time to figure out, you know, what I needed to do to intensify the shit, you know what I'm saying, to strengthen the relationships with the DJs and the tastemakers, and that's kind of what I did.
Though? What did something trigger you to say, man, fuck it, I'm going all in?
Yeah, I
Fuck
mean,
it, I'm going all
I,
in.
I just feel like you do anything long enough, you know what I'm saying, and you don't get the results you want, at some point you kick into overdrive, you know what I'm saying? So I think that's what was going on for me. Like, a lot of people like kind of just familiarizing themselves with, you know, Fly Ty as an artist and a brand, but I've been grinding for a long time, you know what I'm saying? 2010, I was putting out records with Bambi from VH1, you know what I'm saying? I was on Love and Hip Hop, like, these was moves I was making, like, you know, before rapping was an in-crowd thing to do, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, you know, eventually, like I said, that was 2010, so, you know, by the time 2016, 2017 kick around, you got a different niche for the shit, you moving at a different speed, you know what I'm saying? So that year off, like, really helped me because it allowed people to kind of miss me in a sense, you know what I'm saying? Like, right before I took that year off, what people don't say is, like, I put 6 tapes out in 1 year, you know what I'm saying? So I put a lot of material out, but again, I felt like I was standing still with it, you feel me?
Okay.
So I took that year off, like I said, to strengthen up my relationships, to work on the music, you know what I'm saying? Make sure I had that premium sound and that premium record, you feel me? Because that's what really gave a nigga the momentum, you know what I'm saying?
Keep it going.
Feel me?
So what's the plan with the verses? I understand it. This shit big, because how y'all approaching it, I see this Summer Jam y'all just had was epic.
For sure.
Epic shit going
For
on,
sure.
and y'all just right up the way, you know what I'm saying?
For
So
sure.
it's like, what you want, what's the ultimate plan, you know, what, you know, like, is niggas getting approached with deals up there? What's your situation? I mean, if you don't mind, you know, if you know, it's up to
I mean,
you.
it's just like kind of one of them things, like, you know, we're a prominent market in a sense, so we always gonna have opportunity to come through, you know what I mean? But it's like, I feel like the best thing for our artists to do in the city right now is like kind of be patient. You know what I'm saying? Like, we want to create that shit to where it's at a certain point where we walk in the room with the labels and we got the leverage now, you know what I'm saying? Because with or without the label, we doing $10,000 shows, you know what I'm saying? With or without the label, you know, we pulling in $20,000, $30,000 in verses, and, you know, likewise. So to me personally, you know what I'm saying, I like to see people in situations, but I just hate to see them get into them like prematurely, you feel me? So, you know, I definitely would like to, you know, sit down and work with a label or, you know, a bigger machine, but I don't really want to walk into that situation until I know I got some leverage in it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
So how you gonna follow up with the verses? You cooking up an EP? You dropping a tape? What's the move after this? Because when you doing something like this, you get in the crowd. They gonna
For
look
sure.
at you now. They like, what he gonna do now?
We got our dots, we got our bullets lined up, man. You know what I'm saying? Like me and Preem, you know, we've been kind of talking about it, but we got a big record we're gonna put out over the next week or two. You know what I'm saying? Me and Aki, we got a good record that's already out. We're gonna get the visual out to that. So like I said, since we all moving together on the road, yeah, we gonna just stay consistent, keep the camera rolling. You know what I'm saying? Stay in the studio and just, you know, try to get the best of what we could get out of all of this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like that's really primary focus right now. You feel me? Like EPs and all that's cool. We plan on doing that in the near future, but we don't want to do it like running, standing still. Like that's a big thing for me, bro. You feel me? Like to me, I'm at that time frame where I ain't really 18 no more. I ain't 22. You know, I don't really got that younger audience where I got a lot of time to play. Like you feel me? So we
Real
marksmen.
shit.
Yeah, we just want to be marksmen from here on out. You know what I'm saying? So we don't want to waste bullets. We want to make sure they hit exactly where they supposed to hit and get what we supposed to get out of that shit. You
So
feel
where
me?
can they find you? Like, you know, where can they get a hold of you? Where can they tap into your music? You know, shout your platforms out. What you working with?
Pretty much, you know, music on all streaming platforms, however you comfortable with listening to music. YouTube, however, you know what I'm saying, whether you stream it for free or you subscribe to some type of platform. But music everywhere, man. Social media platforms, FlyTy216, FLYTYE 216, man. You know what I'm saying? And
You heard it.
shit, we outside. You
We
know what I mean?
outside. They was just at the take two in the dollhouse last night.
Yeah, we gonna keep rolling, man. Like I was telling the bros, we got to get comfortable with being able to come
that's
2
real
hours
shit,
away,
though.
and
That's
you know what I
real
mean, be able to
shit,
network
though,
with
man.
people like y'all and shit, man. Like it's almost inexcusable, you know what I'm saying, to keep it 100. We should have really
Yeah.
been down here, you know what I'm saying? Like,
you're an honorable nigga. If you're an honorable nigga in your face card, good, you should be able to do shit like this as an artist.
and it's like that's what it's about, man. Like this last couple of days, man, doing this radio run, like kind of gave me a new outlook on shit because it was like Indianapolis, for an example. It was big prime time DJs out there who already had the records. Like I didn't have to send it to them. Like they already had the records. They was already in rotation. So it's like I'm dead wrong. Like no, it actually made me feel bad. I'm dead wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like bro, these dudes 3 hours away. You know what I'm saying? And they tuned in and they supporting. They doing what they supposed to do on their end. It's me dropping the ball now. You feel me? This is inexcusable for this to be 3 hours, 4 hours away. It's my first time through here, and y'all been spinning records since 2015. You know what I'm saying? So niggas just gotta do better, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, get the bigger picture. Understand? Like it's people around. Like this only happens in Ohio. That's a couple hours away, man. They got them platforms, and it's like it don't make no sense for us to only be networking through the internet, and we 2 hours away. Like you know what I'm saying? So that's the vibes for us, man. Going to the end of the year, top of the year, man. We just want to make sure that we covering these bases, letting people know, man, like we really out here. We're gonna be rubbing shoulders with y'all, and you know, just doing whatever we can, man, and just put this shit in the forefront like it's supposed to be. Like I think now we finally got a couple artists from Ohio that respectively could be put in front of the world. Like you know what I'm saying? Like not no disrespect to no artists prior to us, but I just know now, we just got the big picture, man. So it's like we can stand in a room with artists now, and even if we're not the biggest artist in the room, like we still big enough to shake the room some, and that's what we need to get those big, corporations to come through and be like, you know what, hey, it's a Fly Tie in Cleveland, it's a Preem in Cleveland, it's a Aki in Cleveland, like let's go get with them, and like you know what I'm saying, like let's splash the industry with these type of guys too, because again, like you just never know the potential of shit if you never get to bring it across certain people's desks, man. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's been a lot of what the problem is, bro. We ain't been bringing it across the desk, like you know what I'm saying? Like they don't know these situations exist because people of power, people in position don't necessarily stand on them all the time, and that make it a little tougher to spread it out. You know what I'm saying? So that's just what we on, man. Like now we moving different. You know what I'm saying? We just want to change the narrative, man. Like everybody ain't against each other in Ohio. Like we rocking. You feel me? Columbus, 2 hours away. We ain't got no problem with Columbus. Columbus ain't got no problem with Cincinnati. This Ohio, man. We gonna stump all around this motherfucker, man. And we let other artists come in here and stump and step and make money. So like that's the new narrative, man. Like let's feed some of our own families off our own money. You know what I'm saying?
I got a question. Like knowing that you've been an artist for some time now, what would you tell somebody who was basically your 18-year-old self? You know what I'm saying now?
To me, like even if I could rewind my own time, man, I think the best thing I could tell myself or anybody that's doing what I'm doing is like like be patient, man. You know what I'm saying? Like again, what I was saying earlier, like a lot of people, you know, catch that immediate wave and they jump into premature situations. You know what I'm saying? So I just say with all aspects of it, man, when it come down to that paperwork, when it come down to releasing music, when it come down to pushing your single, like, you know what I mean? Just learn the patience aspect of things, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, you know, we get so impatient as artists, you know what I mean? Because this our craft. It mean a lot to us, man. So when you don't immediately see them results, you know, you get impulsive, you know what I'm saying? You make that next move without it being calculated, you know what I'm saying? And now that I'm where I'm at in the game now, like I said, it's to the point where I'm very calculated, and that come from patience, you know what I'm saying? So that's the best information I probably could get somebody, man. Just be patient, man. Take your time. One thing about music, like this shit gonna be around forever, you know what I'm saying? When we was kids, it was around. When we die, it's gonna be around. So it's like as long as it's good, people gonna support it, man. So be patient with finding your sound. Be patient with pushing that single, like, you know what I'm saying? Be patient with everything you do, man. Like, just don't be impulsive as an artist, because sometimes, you know, that shit end up costing you. Like I said, you jump into premature situations, and then now a year later, you know, your master's gone. You know, the $15,000 advance is gone. Like, you know what I mean? The chain don't shine as good. You know what I mean? So now, you know, you in a dead situation that, and it make it worse. A lot of times when they get into them situations, they end up bigger. You know what I'm saying? With or without the label that they signed to, they end up bigger, which means the revenue would be bigger and all that. But at this point, you know, impulsive moves that cut people in on your bag now. You know what I'm saying? So it's a patience thing, man. But it's hard to tell people that, man, when people struggle. You know what I mean? So when you approach an artist, you know what I mean? When you approach an artist, like who am I to tell somebody not to take $20,000? You know what I'm saying? I'm sitting $40,000-$50,000 of jewelry on. Like, my situation different from most artists. So I sometimes I don't understand what they do. You know what I'm saying? Right. Because I'm in a different place. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to, you know, seem like I'm. So I just don't want to seem like the person that's telling people like to walk away from a situation that could be life breaking or, you know, life changing for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, for me, you know, certain situations ain't as approachable for me because, you know, thank God I'm blessed, you know what I'm saying? But for somebody else who been going through whatever they going through in life, who am I to tell them, you know, that this $15,000 situation ain't, you know, a better situation for you, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, but even if that is the case, you know, approach it with patience, man, so you know it's right, you know what I'm saying?
Right. I wish you all the luck with the verses. I want to see love and say what y'all talking. That's what we need for real.
Sure.
That's what we need for real. So like y'all tapping in with us. It's our job to for real to pop out and show our faces.
Yeah, and that too, bro. Like y'all 2 hours away, man. Like, you know what I'm saying. Like and y'all tapped in with the real moves now. So it's like, pull up, bro. Like, you feel me? Like, we gonna extend the carpet like how y'all did. You feel me? We come through Columbus. They like, you know what I mean? Bro, gonna throw the oop, come pull up. You know what I'm saying? It was a layup. So it's gonna be the same thing for y'all. And it's only 2 hours away, bro. So some of them weekends when y'all down there, just pull up. Or even at the Verses, if y'all ain't doing nothing tomorrow, pull up, cover it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's gonna be a way for sure. Medusa nightclub for sure.
I drop a pigeon, let 9 go. We slap with the fake glass and white gold. This only happens in Ohio.